Hello everyone, my name is Athena Kennedy, Instructional Technologist in the University of Wyoming Outreach School, and this is part 2 of web conferencing or conferences in WYO courses. I have taught you how to set up a web conference and use Big Blue Button in the part 1 video, and now I'm going to teach you how to screen share within Big Blue Button in the part 2 video. So let's get started. So in Big Blue Button, the first thing we want to do in order to screen share is go to the top left-hand navigation and click on Share My Desktop. A few caveats to screen sharing to let you know it does use a lot of bandwidth or energy in the internet Wi-Fi system. So if you have a poor internet connection, you will want to plug into a hard line, or you will want to go to a hotspot where there is a better Wi-Fi internet connection. You'll also want to recommend this for your students because they can get kicked out of the conference through computer technology issues, essentially, if they are not at a good internet Wi-Fi spot or if they do not have a hard line. So encourage students and participants in your web conference to be sure they have a good, solid internet connection. Secondly, there can be browser issues when using the screen share mechanism in Big Blue Button. We found it works well in Firefox, sometimes works in Chrome, and works well in Safari. So the best advice that we can give you from the instructional technology team is to switch browsers if something is not working. So simply log out of the conference and switch to a different browser and then log back in to Big Blue Button into the conference, and you may have repaired your issues. Often if you're having audio issues where you can't hear the students in the course or they can't hear you, have them step out of the conference and come back in using a different browser, or sometimes just stepping out of the conference and coming back in will repair the audio issue at that point because it resets their access to Big Blue Button essentially. Okay, so let's start by screen sharing. I've clicked the screen share button, and in the bottom left corner you can see a desktop sharing box has appeared. Let's choose full screen. Region will allow you to select a portion of your screen to share. I prefer to share my full screen, so I'm going to go ahead and share that full screen. And it's taking just a moment. I can see up here that it's attempting to connect. And once it's connected, it will come up with a box for me to click Run, the button Run, and then the screen share will begin. Sometimes this can take just a few moments. In this case, it may not want to screen share at this time. So let's try to go ahead and exit out of that, and let's try it one more time. Click on screen share. Now you do want to make sure that your Java is up to date, and I believe 7U55 is the newest that's out there, and you want to have your Java up to date in all of your browsers so that you may be using. So if it's not, you can go to the Java website and download the latest Java and have that installed, and then come back to Big Blue Button. Let's click on full screen. And this is actually good practice for us because it doesn't appear to be working at this time. So what I'm going to do is teach you how to make it work, especially if this happens to you during a Big Blue Button screen sharing conference. So I'm going to exit out of that. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and exit out of Big Blue Button with this log out button here, and then I will come back in just a moment and try this one more time. Yes, I do want to log out. Okay. Here I am back at my online WYO courses training class page. Click on conferences, and I should see that the conference is still in progress. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't end just because I click out of it. So I'm going to join that conference again, and I am still in Firefox for my browser. And once I've joined, going to click allow for the audio. I'm going to quickly mute so that you don't hear an echo. I will turn on my There's my webcam. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to screen share again, clicking on full screen. And that kind of just resets Big Blue Button a little bit and from the presenter view, and we'll see if it will allow me to pop into screen share now. Looks like it's attempting to connect. And it's interesting because I did test this before the conference and it was working just fine. So you can run into a few little technology snafus with this, but nothing to panic about. Because, once again, if it's not going to work, I'm going to exit out of the conference. I'm going to log out. I want to be sure to log out, otherwise when I come in a different browser, students may hear an echo because I'm logged in 2 places. So at this time I'm going to minimize Firefox. Let's try it in Chrome. Even though I've told you sometimes it has issues in Chrome, sometimes it will work well in there as well. So let's try Chrome. And we're just getting logged in here. I'll give you the maximum screen viewing that you can have. Again, I will go to my Online Wild Courses training course, click on Conferences. Conference is still in progress. I'm going to join. Once again, I'm going to share my audio. Going to mute my microphone. I'm also going to share video, which is my webcam. Okay, and see here it thinks my webcam is being used by another application because I'm still logged in Firefox. Go back to Firefox and log out so that it's not confused. Apparently I was logged in a few times here. Okay, I'm going to close Firefox and I'm going to completely quit Firefox. I'm in Chrome now. And let's see if we can share my webcam again. Okay, it looks like it doesn't want to share my webcam because it still thinks it's being used by another application, and that's okay. We don't necessarily need it right now. Let's try the screen share, see if that works for us in Chrome. And we need to be sure to allow. Sometimes you get a button like that to allow the screen. And it's telling me it doesn't have the Java installed, although it worked the other day in Chrome. So let's try one more avenue here. I am going to log out and I'm going to quit Chrome. Alright, let's go ahead and try Safari. That's why it's good to have a variety of browsers on your desktop so they can be used at any time that you may need them. Getting logged on to Wild Courses here again. And if I were having these troubles in an actual web conference, I would text the students through the chat mechanism to let them know, hey everybody, having a few tech issues, I'm going to go ahead and step out and try another browser. I'll be back in a second. And I go to conferences, and you can see here the conference is still in progress. I'm going to join that conference. And let me maximize the browser so that you can see it. I'm going to allow join audio. Turn on my web. There we go, no problem there. And then let's go ahead and start the screen share. Full screen. We do want to trust and move forward. And try that screen share one more time. There's the run box that we want. So finally, in the third browser, do we want to run this application? Yes, we want to run it. And I'm now sharing my desktop. The reason I know I'm now sharing my desktop for certain is because I have a blue line over here on the left-hand side all the way down, up and down the screen. There's a blue line that tells me I'm in desktop sharing. It's very easy to forget you're in desktop sharing. Trust me, I've done that too. And to get out of desktop sharing, you would just click on the X in your tiny thumbnail in the bottom left-hand corner that shows you what the students are seeing. So now, what I can do is just go ahead and minimize Safari, the browser I'm in, and I can start mousing around on my desktop, or I can open Chrome or another browser and go out to a website to demonstrate something to students. The only thing I really can't do in screen sharing is show a video. And the reason I wouldn't want to show a video in screen sharing is because it takes a lot of bandwidth and it will eat up a lot of audio through the conference, and it may kick students out of audio, so it just doesn't do well sharing videos in screen share. It's best just to copy and paste the link into the chat where the student can go and watch the video. So if I do want to show a YouTube video, it's better to have the student just watch it on their own. And to do that, I would just go out to YouTube and pick up the link to the video I want them to watch. I'll just copy that link, Command C, and then I will go back into Safari, paste that into the chat, and have students click on that to watch the video. Okay, so screen sharing works pretty well when you are, demonstrating something on your desktop or want to take the students out to a particular website. However, you do not want to use it for showing video. Video is best left to links and having the student watch it on their own time. And that's all there is to know about screen share at this point. I'm going to exit out of screen share by clicking on the small X to the bottom left of the screen and allow. And that should take me out of screen sharing. Turn on my webcam one more time. And now I'm just back into a regular web conference. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Throughout it, you did see some tech troubleshooting with some issues with different browsers, and I think that's educational. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at ocphelp at uwyo.edu, where you can reach the instructional design team. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for listening. And the next short Part 3 video will be about online collaborations in WYO courses. I hope you'll stay tuned.